What's up YouTube, it's Orth. I'm back with another Raid Shadow Legends video. Today we're talking about quick battles in Hydra. Yes, I was unable to lock Nightmare Hydra quick battles this week, and I wanted to show you guys sort of the teams you guys want to run when it comes to quick battles to make sure they are safe and you're not wasting your keys. You are going to need 3 keys to obviously do Nightmare, Brutal and Hard, or if you're doing normal as well with Brutal and Hard, that's also fine as well, but you'll only get to redo your keys twice, right? Because you're going to need the 3 keys to be submitted. So it's very important that you are going in, you're making sure your gear's fully checked. Now, Plarium did say it can take longer than Demon Lord takes. Demon Lord takes around about like 10 seconds, maybe 20 seconds. They said Hydra will take maybe up to 3 to 5 minutes. It could be a minute, it could be 5 minutes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put in the quick battle, and then I want to talk about the team composition I've kind of put together and what I would recommend you guys run. So let's go ahead and start this. I haven't done a quick battle before, so we'll see how quickly it goes through, and we'll see if you can get it all in one shot. I haven't seen the screen, so we're going to talk about a few things I want to talk about in the video as well about team comp, but let's get this party started. So here it goes, my first quick battle. Quick battle runs a Hydra battle as usual in auto mode, but the results are shown almost immediately. You cannot control your champions during a quick battle, but you can use saved team presets. Quick battle allows you to reap the rewards of a Hydra fight, but without a lengthy time commitment. Do you want to continue with a quick battle? Yes. You can leave. You can leave the do not explain again. I think I'm going to leave it actually, not because I want to read it again, just because I want the confirmation in case quick battles tick. Then I'm not really kind of trying to tick it. So I'll probably even advise to you guys as well that probably just leave this, right? Just another safe sort of guard against you wasting your key. So I'm just going to leave it. And then we go into the battle. It's calculating the turns. Okay, that's good. This is going to be pretty quick actually. This is going to be much quicker than I thought. We are at 800 turns already, and boom, there it is, 482 million. Wow, that's really good. I was expecting around about 300 million. 482 million is very good. I was probably expecting around about 400 million, but 482 million, wow, well done team, well done. Okay, so that was quicker than I thought. I thought maybe we can get some talking points in, but very impressive. Happy with that. With the amount of time it takes, as you guys just saw, probably like 30 seconds, maybe like 20 seconds. It was very quick. They were saying like 3 to 4 minutes, but that's how fast it is. So here we are. We have the final damage, let's just say. Mad Hatter 23 million, Sifi 2 million, Jingwon 10 million, Marius with 325 million. He basically is just, I thought about this, on Nightmare, he is basically one keying the entire thing for me, right? He's doing like 1.5 million. It's 4x. No, he's doing like 1.3 million, right, for clash points. So he's not doing the 1.5, but almost just straight up one keying. And then we have 100 million from Mishinaki, and then we have Nekmothar at 12 million. You can see it in the bottom. Now you have discard. You don't have free regroup. You have discard the result. So you can discard the result, and one of your quick battles is going to be taken, or you can keep the result, keep the key, and then you can back out. So you can do it whichever way you want. In terms of what composition I would tell you guys to run, the very important thing in Hydra is a reviver, because things can always go wrong. I've run compositions without a reviver, and you definitely can do that as well. But I think putting a reviver in there for your first few keys, just to make sure it's nice and safe. So Sifi, Duchess, Glaykad, Elva, whoever you kind of fancy. I was going to say Arbiter. Arbiter's a shout too. If you're an Ursula enjoyer, you can use Ursula. Whichever reviver you kind of like the fancy of, you can put them in there. I would recommend running at least one reviver, or pretty much just one reviver. You don't need more than one. Damage dealer, I have Marius in there, but again, you can run whichever damage dealer you want. Jingwon I want to talk about because he's in my team, and I think he's very good. He's of course a Void Legendary, and recently, or maybe a while ago, he got buffed. Very good buff now. He has very good things. He has a AoE strip buff. He's a Void, so he will never weak it. So he has the chance to obviously strip away reflect damage, which is going to be your biggest killer. And he also has block buffs on a 3-turn cooldown. His strip is on a 4-turn cooldown. He also has a passive where he cleanses hard CC, so like stuns and fears, can help you with Torment. Sifi's passive also helping with Torment as well. That's why she's there. Additionally to her revive and block debuffs and increased speed and her healing. As you can see, she did 5 million healing. Move to this side. So Sifi is very, very good. But Jingwon I highly recommend running. He also has a passive where he isn't going to be getting any hard CCs. Mainly fear. He can't be feared. I believe he can't be provoked neither, but I'm going to double check that. But he can't be feared, which means when he's doing AoEs into Torment, he's not picking up fears and he's just basically doing his AoEs, doing his debuff. He has decreased accuracy as well, so good for Mischief, where Mischief is going to be having a hard time stripping buffs away from you, because once you have decreased resistance there, if you have good area bonuses for Hydra, you won't be getting stripped. So Jingwon, definitely a gem. I would say he is a void legendary, so I'm not going to say he's like, you know, this hidden sort of amazing thing that everybody can basically plug and play. But if you have him, definitely recommend running him. Like I said, reflect damage is going to be your biggest killer, especially against somebody like Marius. If you get reflect damage into an enemy max HP, you're going down. Even very good damage dealers can die against reflect damage. If you're running like a Salad or even a Ninja, I've seen them going down. So we want to run block buffs and strips. We also have Mishinaki, who's also doing strip, but he has blue affinity, red affinity for Wrath right now. He can weak hit and not strip that reflect, so it could be quite bad. So we have the double kind of strip going on. Mishinaki also very good for landing the Hex. I have Hex on Mishinaki and also Mad Hatter over here. Also has the Hex AoE and Weaken. So really nice combination between those two. We have Mad Hatter doing AoE Weaken and AoE Hex. And then we have Mishinaki doing AoE Hex and decreased defense. Also doing decreased attack if Hex is out there already. And his passive with his A1 is very, very good. A lot of damage coming from him doing attacks on champions or enemies who have Hex. We have Nekmota for increased speed, decreased attack, leech, all those great things. But essentially I would say is number one, do not sleep on stripping buffs. Do not sleep on block buffs. Very, very good, very important two things. If block buff is not out, then they get reflect damage. Main problem that you're going to run into, your damage is going to go down and you're going to lose a bit of damage. But you shouldn't have much of a problem if you're running. If I was running this team on auto, maybe, on manual, maybe I can min-max up to 550, maybe up to 600 million. But again, like I said, very, very solid sort of team you kind of want to be putting in there. So those are the things I would recommend. If you really look at it, I'm only really bringing one damage dealer. Obviously, Mishinaki is amazing as well. But really, it's just Marius doing the heavy hitting. Mishinaki getting some hex damage value. Also, with the passive, he's doing really good numbers as well. In place of Jingwon, there are other champions you can run for block buffs. And it's a fusion champion. This is a champion I was planning to run, or I'm still planning to kind of cover. I think Bells is very, very good. Obviously you can run Yugo too, but when Yugo is weak affinity into Wrath, and when he's like also with Suffering, against Suffering right now he's good, but if he was weak affinity into Suffering, I would kind of be iffy about basically running Yugo. I want to run a block buff champion who's going to be able to land block buffs on both of the reflect damage enemies, so you kind of want to be careful about that. Also, another tip, you do want to make sure your champions are fully geared before you run a key. The last thing you want to find out is you run a key and it's done, I don't know, 25 million damage, and you're like, whoops. And then you've lost a key basically, right? Because you're going to see, even though I didn't keep the key, I discarded the key, the quick battle has now been taken. So quickly just go through your champions, just type in which champion you're looking for. Sifi, who else was I running? We were running Jingwon. So you can just basically go through your roster, make sure, or go through your team, and then make sure you have gear on your champions. Also, another sort of tip is I was running Nekmothar and Provoke. It's nice so that we can get Provoke on Decay. Honestly, I don't know how great it really was. I didn't run it without, But when I was seeing it, I wasn't really too bothered. But I guess you can run Necmo in, if you're running this exact team, you can run him in Provoke. You don't really need another Hex champion, so I just put him in Provoke. You could put him in full damage, but again, Necmothar's not going to be getting much damage in this team because he doesn't have increased attack. So you can go ahead and stick him in Provoke. We have double Hex, so we don't need a Hex set or a Curse set on our champions. We do want the increased speed, decreased speed as well, so he's nice to have. But if you want to run him in Provoke, you can do. Just in general, I'd say Provoke, one of a Provoke champion would be nice. They did buff Provoke champions in Hydra. We probably cover the buffs they made to the AI. One of them was the champions who have single target Provoke. If Decay is out there, they will prioritize targeting Decay, which is very good. One of my favorite champions, Skull Lord Valgal, who basically was one of the champions I used. I can't spell his name, sorry. Skull Lord Valgal was one of the champions that I kind of really liked covering when I was making my early sort of Hydra content. He was a champion I kind of uncovered to be very, very good, especially when Decay basically got a bit of a nerf where you could provoke him. Even before that, he was very good because he's really good mischief target. He's also got the AoE decrease attack, so he deals with wrath, makes him do less damage to you. He also got buffed too, where he can now revive any lizard that you bring in, so I guess that's like a nice little buff as well. But yeah, very, very good change to Hydra, where the Provoke now will land on Decay every single time. But that is it. Basically, that is what I would recommend running for your Hydra team. Make sure you bring block buffs, strip buffs, bring a reviver, bring block debuffs, and the rest is basically increased speed, decreased attack, decreased defense, all the good stuff. But make sure you're bringing a stripper, make sure you're bringing a block buff, a very consistent block buff. If you have Jingwong, run him. If you don't have him, run something that's going to be good affinity or okay affinity versus suffering and wrath. Let me know what you guys think about quick battles. I know people were saying that we want more quick battles, probably 5 per each different difficulty, or maybe 10 overall. But Plarium have said they don't really want people to kind of be stressing too much about how many quick battles they need to do, or make sure they like min-max like 100 quick battles. They just want them to save time and not worry about Hydra too much, which is fair enough. But at the same time, it kind of is sad for me that Hydra was one of my favorite content, and they kind of, after making the changes to it, people didn't really like it, and now we have quick battles. So I don't really think Hydra is going to be getting much love after this, even though Plarium did say that Hydra in their eyes is the hardest clan boss. Then it's Chimera at number 2, and then Demon Lord at number 3 in terms of difficulty. So that's what they said, but I kind of see this as like a farewell to Hydra in terms of Plarium's attention. I might be wrong. Hopefully I'm wrong. Maybe we get a new Hydra head. Let me know what you guys think about the video. Sub to the channel if you enjoyed the content. Like the video. I have been a bit poorly, so I have not been able to upload as much regularly, but I will be uploading more content around Hydra, around Arena. I've been really enjoying Arena. I've got a kick-ass team for Arena. I might wanna show off. But yeah, let me know what you guys think of the video. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.